Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jay Kinzie, and I'm here to present to you the integrated judging system that I have created for First LEGO League. This is a tool that is used to provide a better judging experience for teams and judges alike, and this is enabled through better organization, speed, accuracy, and efficiency. You'll notice that the primary architecture of this tool is a binder. This is done over several other different types of tools, for example, folders, manila folders, or clipboards. The binder is self-contained, so everything that you will need for the entire day is contained within here. All the pages that are within the binder are retained, so you're not going to be accidentally dropping pages throughout the day or having to shuffle through stacks of unknown papers. And it's also easy to flip pages as well to wherever you need to be. In addition, this tool has a 25 team capacity, which is more than adequate for any judging situation. This is also a solid surface that you can write on, so for doing pit visits, this can be a structural, essentially a mini desk for you to write what you need to write. The other thing that's great about a binder is that it is private. And so by having a top and a bottom like this, you can walk around with this tool without having other people look over the top of what you're doing. It also has clear ownership. For example, this clearly says that this is Jay Kinzie's. So for example, you might have your name there or your room number there, for example. The other thing that's great is non-destructive page management. It's very easy to open the binder to add or subtract pages as needed throughout the day. So you can take the things that you've done and easily give them to other people, and you can also accept things that other people have made. And of course, at the end of the day, it's easy to empty everything and take everything out to have that stuff adequately disposed of so that those things don't fall into the wrong hands. And I also like that this has sort of two sides to it. So there's the front here, but we also have the back side. And on the back side, I've used this space as a way to quickly and easily connect with people. So this is my contact information in the form of a QR code. So if you scan this with your phone, it'll add me as a contact. Down here we have links to PDF files of the judging checklist, the ranking sheet, the contact sheet, and then also for my phone's Wi-Fi that I carry. And so this way, if other people need to join my Wi-Fi network because their phone isn't connecting correctly or something to the cell phone towers, they can quickly join my Wi-Fi. So let's talk about what's in the binder now. So the first thing we come to are these clear pouches. These clear pouches allow for you to put pages that you are given at the beginning of the day. So for example, match schedules, pit locations, or any other critical information that you're given, you can store here in these empty pockets. The next thing we come to is this contact sheet, and this contact sheet is used so that you can quickly reference all the people you're working with. So you might, for example, want your head judge's name, phone, email. You also might want your co-judges, the people you're judging with, or later in pit visits, you might want the people that you're working with there. And depending on your venue, you might also want to have your emergency contacts here as well. So moving on, we have the judging ranking sheet. So these have been around for a while, and I just made some for this application. This allows you to easily rank teams as you see them. So for every judging session that you have, the number of teams that you have to rank grows by 1 so that you can easily slot in the teams that you had just seen into the ranks. The next thing we come to is this is a multifunctional sheet. So this is a callback sheet as well as just for keeping track of people that you've seen. So we have spaces here for the team number, team name, and pit location, and we also have numbering down 1 through 25, which represents the 25 teams that this has capacity for. So you'll notice that these all have numbers on the ends. So behind this is team number 1 that you would see, for example. So you can write their team number, team name, pit location, and then you can also keep track of who's been nominated for what and any notes that you might need to have. In addition, there's a checkbox here as well, so you can mark off if you've seen that team or not. So when you're doing pit visits, you can quickly see who you still need to see and who you have seen. So the next thing we should talk about is what an actual team looks like. So this is for the very first team, and this is identical for all 25 teams. So the first thing that you have here is you have an empty pouch, just like the empty pouches we had up front. And this is to capture, for example, any like a team identification sheet that they might give you, or anything that sort of identifies them as their team. Some teams do them, some teams don't do them. But in either case, you have this here as a tool, so that way you can store that identifying information from them. And then here we have the judging checklist. So this is another tool I've made. This judging checklist is built to capture everything that a team does. So there's no judging happening on this sheet. This is just capturing everything that a team has done simply by making checks here, and then there's also plenty of explaining text as well. And then next to that we have the rubric, and the rubric is also stored in a nice sleeve here. That will keep it nice throughout the day, which is especially good at the end of the day if you have to give this back to your team, so you're going to want them to stay pristine and protected. And if, in case you're doing everything electronically and you don't need to give this to the teams directly, you still have this here as a reference. After that, we have just a simple blank sheet of paper for any other additional notes that you might have on that team, and then it repeats. So that was team number 1, and we keep going and going and going. That's team number 4, and so that's team number 18. And this repeats all the way to team number 25 at the very end. Now at the very end of the inside of the binder, we have a little divider here. I liked blue, so I chose blue for this. And there's just a little bit of extra paper here at the back, so for any other notes that you might need to take, or if there's other things that you're talking about or deliberating over, you have these bits of extra paper here. And then in the very back as well, you could easily store just some extra sheets for repopulation of the tool after a judging day. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the integrated judging system. This system is here to keep you organized throughout the day so that you can focus on doing what you need to do in the judging process and stay accurate, efficient all day. So thank you very much for your time, and have a wonderful day. Bye.